Hey there, and welcome to this week's video blog, Brain Health 101, What Your Brain Needs from You, where I'm going to cover 4 primary topics. Number 1, why brain health is so critical. Number 2, some need-to-know brain basics. Number 3, the warning signs of a troubled brain. And number 4, what your brain needs from you to be healthy for life. I'm Jennifer Ellis Schutz, and you're watching the Wellness Code Academy channel, where I chat about all things functional health, as well as mindset, wellness, the mind-body connection, neural rewiring, energy-based healing modalities, and personal development from both the layperson and the practitioner perspective. If this resonates with you and you want to see more videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel by clicking on the red subscribe button below this video and hit the bell next to it to be notified so you don't miss a week's featured video. An inescapable fact that is rarely taken into consideration is that our brains are involved in all aspects of our lives. In fact, our brains are top-level managers of everything: our bodies, our relationships, our households, our schools, our communities, our cities, our governments, and even the world. When your brain is troubled, your health and life will be troubled. When your brain is working right, you will work right. A healthy brain is vital to feeling well, being functional, and creating a happy life for yourself. Most people are unaware that almost any health and/or life challenge is often linked to an unhealthy brain. Many are aware that mental illness and neurodegenerative diseases like dementia, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's are related to brain health, and gut health for that matter. But perhaps some never considered that body pain, fatigue, digestive conditions, relationship issues, financial and career struggles, and other life challenges are also linked to an unhealthy brain. Learning about brain function and what the brain needs to be healthy is an important piece of getting well, taking charge of your life, and reaching your full potential. Furthermore, considering everything that has happened recently and continues to happen in the world, it's obvious we are facing unprecedented levels of negative stress that is shifting the global society into a collective state of fight or flight, otherwise known as limbic system dominance. Over time, limbic system dominance perpetuates anger, resentment, and destructive and dangerous behavioral patterns, as evident in the recent tragic death of George Floyd and everything that is unfolding around it. Negative stress takes a toll on our brains, and so more so now than ever before, we all need to take measures to protect our brain health so that we can play a part in helping the world to heal. So let's get to know our brains, shall we? The brain is a densely packed organ. In fact, there are more connections in the brain than there are stars in the universe. And it may not take up much volume, only 2% of the body's total weight, but it uses between 20 and 30% of the body's total calories and upwards of 30% of the body's oxygen and blood flow supply. And the brain is composed of approximately 60% fat, and toxins are mostly stored in fat cells. Think about that for a moment. Furthermore, our daily behavior either accelerates or decelerates brain aging, and the brain is the most easily damaged organ in the body. And damage most often begins decades before symptoms manifest. And per Dr. Daniel Amen of the Amen Brain Health Clinics, 50% of those lucky enough to see their 85th birthday will be diagnosed with dementia or Alzheimer's if they don't take serious measures to shift their trajectory now. Yikes. And the damage, which most often can be averted through lifestyle and diet, brews long before health challenges show up. Additionally, brain injuries come in all forms: physical, biochemical, environmental, emotional, energetic, and spiritual. There is a long list of insults that can cause brain damage, including brain injuries, even minor ones such as hitting soccer balls, drug and alcohol abuse, obesity, toxic insults from prescription drugs, inactivity, poor diet, emotional trauma, environmental toxins, diabetes, high or low blood pressure, nicotine and caffeine, low hormones, long-term depression, poor decision-making, unhealthy peer groups, and not knowing or respecting one's limitations, thus leading to chronically overdoing it. I was a chronic overdoer and perfectionist pretty much my entire life, up until my battle with severe chronic fatigue syndrome finally forced me to learn new ways of showing up in the world, which, if I'm to be candid, continues to be a work in progress for me. Brain injuries matter big time, even minor ones. Humans are not meant to be hitting soccer balls with their heads, playing tackle football, or participating in boxing matches where the head is a prime target. I do not feel that Muhammad Ali's, the famous boxer, severe brain decline was a coincidence. And we don't need to lose consciousness to have incurred a brain injury. Mild hidden brain injury can ruin lives. Mild hidden brain traumas add up over time and can wreak havoc on a life, resulting in mental illness, alcohol and drug addiction, under or unemployment, dementia, learning problems, behavioral issues, and chronic illness, just to name some of the most commonly seen ones. Brain injury affects the prefrontal cortex, which is home to higher level functioning skills 91% of the time. This area is responsible for focus, forethought, impulse control, organization, planning, judgment, empathy, insight, learning from our mistakes, and so much more. And our brains have 5 times the neural networks for fear-based thinking than we do for peace-based, joy-based, and accurate thinking. In light of this, cultivating a mindset for healing and personal success and implementing mindfulness-based practices needs to be an integral component of our daily routine, just as much as brushing our teeth is. And brain health is extremely contingent upon mitochondrial health. If our mitochondria are in defense mode and not producing energy as they should be, our brain will be sluggish, foggy, and prone to stress-based thinking patterns. And lastly, chronic unhealthy stress, particularly psychological, kills cells throughout the entire brain, but particularly the hippocampus, which is our memory center. Warning signs of a troubled brain include memory issues, low energy, low stress resilience, low moods, irritability, and mental and emotional meltdowns, prone to destructive and distorted thinking patterns, prone to anxiety, stress, worry, and overwhelm, short attention span, brain fog, lack of focus, impulsive bad decision making, insomnia, unrefreshing sleep, and or tired but wired at night, blood pressure and blood sugar dysregulation, insulin-resistant issues and weight issues, sexual dysfunction, gut motility issues such as SIBO, which stands for small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, non-compliance for health-promoting behaviors, and lack of follow-through and undependability. People with unhealthy brains do not have the capacity to be the best versions of themselves. Nope. In fact, many times they can be downright jerks and very difficult to like, get along with, live with, and or work with. Okay, though the brain is the most easily damaged organ in the body, which is likely not too comforting to hear, the good news is that there is much hope of recovery because the brain is extremely neuroplastic and can be regenerated and healed. You see, our brains have a grand ability to respond favorably to lifestyle changes and targeted therapeutic interventions. And because of this, there are many practical things that you can start doing today to support and optimize your brain health. And this all starts with personal responsibility. This said, to start taking charge of your brain health, your brain needs the following from you: an anti-inflammatory diet, even keel blood sugar and insulin levels along with optimal body weight, a healthy, well-functioning digestive system, daily physical activity and consistent restorative sleep, mindfulness, proper breathing patterns, and daily connection with nature, good hydration with purified water free of chlorine, fluoride, ammonia, and other toxic health-disrupting compounds, an overall health-supportive lifestyle, a toxin-free and safe home and work environment, resolution of internal stressors such as high toxic burden and chronic infections, good decision-making, healthy levels of appropriate stress and stimulation, healthy boundaries with self and others, satisfying relationships and a positive peer group, daily recharge rituals, to learn and implement tools for self-regulation, and lastly, fulfilling and rewarding work in the world. In closing, if you're lacking in any of these areas and you are struggling with brain health to any degree, this means that you have much healing opportunity available to you, and now is the time to start. This said, if you were to take just 5% more responsibility for your brain health starting today, I wonder what shifts you might implement. And that's a wrap for this video. I do hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, be well and be empowered.